Friday Night Blitz is sponsored by Fairway Meat and Grocery.
We're the Cardinals. This is our nest, and you're watching Friday Night Blitz!
Well, welcome into Friday Night Blitz. I'm Raina Garcia, joined by Trey Redfield. And between the weather and some of these matchups that we saw, it felt like the playoffs tonight.
Raina got a little chilly
this
evening. I underdressed, simply put.
As
I mean,
did
who
I.
would have thought, though, some playoff vibes for football would arrive in week 2? Cold temps and the breeze were why, but our game of the week helps with that too. North Polk hosting Newton in what could be a matchup that we see later on this season, potentially in the Unidome.
It's just a great step for our athletic program and a great step for our kids to be able to go out there and play a great team.
It's just good to challenge yourself with good opponents, and we have really good opponents in our schedule all the way through.
It's the defending champions against the up-and-coming. A 4A playoff preview in week 2.
That's a great question. I watched it on film. They look pretty good, and they look really fast.
They beat a really good Lewis Central team last week, and so, I think when you start seeing those good teams playing each other, you kind of can measure up where you're at.
We talked to our defense about their keys. D-line, linebackers, they all are going to have a responsibility, and if they read their keys and do their job, we're going to have a chance.
Newton scored 49 points last week. Its leader, Caden Klein, throwing for 399 yards and 5 touchdowns.
I've known that our guys can make plays and that they're the ones that give me those yards and all those stats.
We just trust each other. We trust that we'll all go out and do the right thing, do our job.
It'll be a great experience and great test for us to see how we go in the future, and it'll just show us what a playoff team looks like.
North Polk is in the midst of a gauntlet, the second of 5 playoff teams from last year on deck tonight. The Comets, though, staying in the present.
We focus on the 1-0 every week, so we focus, it's that game that week. We're not thinking ahead, we're not thinking behind.
Don't get ahead of ourselves, 1 week at a time. That's how we got to focus, If we do get ahead of ourselves, we lose focus of where we're at right now, and that could cost us.
Game of the Week sponsored by Fairway Meat and Grocery.
So if you're with us at 6, you saw that I had some company. Dave Bingham was there. He takes the reins for this week's Game of the Week, sponsored by Fairway Meat and Grocery.
Back on the Friday Night Blitz, Week 2, 4A action, 2 of the best in the state. We're here in Alleman, North Polk, defending state champ, taking on Newton. Boy, Newton lit it up last week in a crazy game against Carlisle, and North Polk a big win against Lewis Central. Let's tee it up tonight and see what happens. Tim Tabrinkin, the defending state champion North Polk Comets, hosting Newton. These two teams are ready to go. What a beautiful night. All defense early, but James Armstrong looks comfortable at quarterback. Throws this one out to Carter Harris. Nice catch, young man. Defense holds, though, and now it's Newton's turn to go to the air. In the sun, Caden Klein. Wrong team. That's Brady Cathcart with a big pick. He brings this inside the 20. The Comets are in business, but Newton's defense up for the task. Nick Milburn, number 55, and the rest of them playing very tough. Holds the Comets to a field goal, and Liam Triplett. Can you believe that's his name? Triplett. He gets 3. 3-0 Comets. Cardinals settle down. They go to the ground. Kajan Coley running hard. They've got a lot of playmakers, including Isaiah Hansen. Newton looks good on the ground. Starting to get into North Polk territory. Cardinals go to the air, and Klein is picked off again by Cathcart. This guy just finds the ball. Where is he? Right there. Second pick. Still. Comets ball now. Armstrong getting more comfortable. Goes to the air to Bryce Burke. You can see things are starting to get comfortable, but this game ended 3-0 at the half. Second half fireworks. Isaiah Hansen gets loose, and he would take it in. Puts the Cardinals up 7-3 in the second half, and then Armstrong comes up big right here with a pass to Harris. Armstrong takes it in. PAT block 9-7. Boy, Newton gets a couple picks from Ali, but then Hansen finishes this drive, puts the Cards up 13-9. They answer back, and then late it's North Polk. Bryce Burke on the end around. Touchdown Comets. This one went down to the end, though. Newton didn't quit, and North Polk made a stop late. That's going to do it. We're going to have a lot of highlights on our Dome Dynasty social media. You want to check that out. That's going to do it from the highest point in Polk County, Alleman. Back to you guys in the studio.
All right, let's head to Van Meter. The Bulldogs back at home tonight, hosting Trainer. And the Dogs They were getting after him early. Lexon Blevin snags this one for the INT, and that's going to be Van Meter football. Bulldogs faced with 4th and goal here at the 1. They decide to go for it, and hey, it pays off. Henry Lounsbury gets in on the QB sneak to give the Bulldogs a 7-0 lead. Now 30 seconds left before the half. Lounsbury gets it to Tate Doggett. It's a foot race up the sideline, and the diving effort is good for another Van Meter touchdown. Dogs go in with the lead at the half, and they go on to win this one over Trainer 21-13.
Let's go over to ADM. Coach Wink and company facing Ballard. Back and forth battle to begin, including on this play. Hudson Scholl is going to roll to his left here. He gets it to Reese Strittmatter. He might go, but not until Evan Etrikin pokes out the football. Bombers regain possession. Tigers pounce right back, though. Scholl using his legs this time, swinging to the left again, 25 yards out. He's in for 6. ADM with the well-deserved response. Bombers answered on defense once again. Scholl's pass getting tipped here. It's an interception, a big man pick. Braden Skirdahl with the snag, but the Tigers would continue to score. Alex Jensen getting involved, reaching across here for 6. Final score tonight, ADM 41, Ballard 3.
All right, well, let's get to our first play of the week nominee. A play so nice, you got to see it twice. How about this? Evan Etrikin with the hustle play gets the strip right there. We love a good effort play. If you do that, then you're going to get on our play of the week nominee.
Yeah, even if you just saw it, doesn't matter. ADM would still go on the win, 41-3.
Well, we are just getting started here on Friday Night Blitz, and we'll have plenty more games coming your way after the break. Plus, we'll go inside the huddle with the Blue Devils of Martinsdale St. Mary's.
Inside the Huddle, sponsored by Des Moines Orthopedic Surgeons.
Last week, Martinsdale St. Mary's started off the season by snapping a 10-game losing streak that dated back to 2023. But they're not satisfied with just one win. This young team wants to continue moving the program forward.
Pad level and getting better today now. Let's have a great one today. Let's have a great one.
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling confident. I'm proud of the guys and all the work we've put in, how far we've come. I'm ready to play.
I would say it goes back to our youth football program, our junior high program. A lot of our freshmen, sophomores have been involved with that. It got started back over COVID, and they've been together the whole time. They're hungry, they like the game of football, and it's a tough bunch of kids. Good, good. All right, hustle up, everybody up.
For our confidence, I think it built it up, but it also kept us grounded to where we need to stay in what we have built this past summer, and it definitely built our confidence.
Okay, defense out here, defense!
I think we're the start of something here. A lot of people didn't believe in us this year, and I think we changed their minds really quick with that first win. I just think it's not what everyone else is saying, it's how you play.
All right, let's get into it. Earlham hosting Martinsdale St. Mary's tonight. The Blue Devils looking for their second win this season. The Cardinals seeing their first. Josh Winey here on the carry. He finds his way into the end zone relatively untouched to get Earlham on the board 6-0. Later in the first, Brady Reynolds finds a wide open Jackson Speedling for the TD, and the Cardinals go up 13-0. Earlham was stout on defense tonight. Check out Winey there with the pick. He's going to take this one the other way. I mean, the entire way. It's almost a pick six, but unfortunately, a block in the back penalty will wipe out the touchdown. The INT still stands. Now they're able to turn the turnover into points. Reynolds takes it himself, fights through the contact for another Earlham touchdown. This one was all Cardinals, 60-7 over Martinsdale St. Mary's.
Let's go over to Centennial. Jaguars hosting Linn-Mar. Jaguars pounce right off the bat. And I mean right off the bat. Keeper Reed, right place, right time, 4 minutes in. That's a pick six. Too easy for the junior linebacker. He also had a fumble recovery in there. Either way, it gives the Jaguars an early 7-0 lead. This Jaguar offense had Javaris Morgan, and he took full advantage. He picked me out a couple times. This is Exhibit A. AC's first play from scrimmage right here, by the way. 0 guys in front of number 0. This was not the first time this happened tonight. This rushing touchdown made it 14-0. Next possession, off Reed's recovery. Touchdown number 2. Morgan had another one to finish the quarter, and on 4th down in the second, the senior did it again to the defense and myself. There he is. 1, 2, 3, 4. Count them. That's how many tuds he had tonight. Jaguars with a huge win, 35-10 in Ankeny.
All right, let's stay in the CIML. The Wolves of Waukee Northwest hosting the Valley Tigers. Well, let's join this one. Tied at 3 in the second quarter. It's Blake Dorenkamp who takes this one in from 15 yards out for the score. Valley takes a 10-3 lead. And the Wolves saying, anything you can do, well, I can do it better. Ryan Woodruff hits a huge hole here and turns on the Jets. He takes it 40 yards to the house. Milwaukee Northwest ties it at 10, but it wouldn't stay tied for long. The Wolves defense making plays. Blake Ludwig gets the interception, heads the other way for a pick six. Milwaukee Northwest takes a 17-10 lead. They get the job done tonight, defeating Valley 27-24.
Right down the road from us, Dowling hosting Johnson. Dragons struck first, and this play helps with that. Zachary Greider feeding Tino Day Jr. here led to a field goal, giving the Dragons a 3-0 lead. Dowling rolled the dice on 4th down tonight, doing so here. Ian Middleton rumbling into the end zone. It gives the Maroons the lead. Plenty of great defensive plays tonight, including this one. Bryce Beecham with a great interception off the tip drill, diving in for the touchback. Dowling maintains a 7-3 lead. Middleton would take it from here. How about another tutty for Ian? Very similar play, this time pushing everyone into the end zone with him. Johnson is a winner tonight, 31-10. And it was a dogfight for our game of the week tonight. North Polk getting it done over Newton makes head coach Tim DeBrink. Our coach of the week, Dave Bingham, is alongside the man leading the defending 4A state champs.
Back on the Friday Night Blitz, our Wyckoff Heating and Cooling Coach of the Week, Tim DeBrink. I don't know. The first 2 games, you played 2 really good teams, didn't you? I mean, this is a crazy way to start the season.
It is. You know, LC is a team that's always got a lot of success. In this group, they got a heck of a team, and that was an all-out 4-quarter battle. And our guys, we weren't perfect. We got a lot to learn, but really proud of them, and 1-0 tonight is special.
When you have that many talented players, I mean, you get to the Dome, 2 years ago, and then you kind of replace a bunch of kids, and they just showed up. What's going on, you think, with the program and the culture that's making this kind of stuff happen?
It's been 3 senior classes in a row that have been good for us, but at the end of the day, it's just we got to keep on the growth mindset where we just got to keep on learning and get better. And this group is slowly getting there. I won't say we're happy about this, but we're happy with the win, and we'll make the corrections over the weekend.
Well, I mean, anytime you're going to play that team again, there's just going to be a good football game. They just hung in there, and then they didn't quit at the end. How proud were you guys to hang on there late?
Very proud. You had a 3-point lead at halftime. Things didn't exactly go our way in the second half, and we held in there. Our defense got stops against a really good offense, and then our offense was timely and did a really good job of executing a 2-minute drill at the end of the game, and I was just proud of them how they finished.
It's going great here in Alleman. Tim DeBrink, big win tonight against a very good Newton team. We'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
Second play of the week involves defense. Raina, we love pick sixes.
We do.
We saw one just a moment ago. Keeper Reed had it for Ankeny Centennial. The first of 5 touchdowns for the Jags tonight, who went on the win 35-3.
Well, we are going to take a quick break, but don't go anywhere because when we come back, Trey and I are going to give away our game ball for week 2. Well, in case you haven't already sensed the theme that we have going on here, all 3 Play of the Week nominees are coming from the defense. That was Bryce Beecham with the tip drill INT, and this led to a Maroons touchdown on the ensuing drive. Dowling Catholic goes on to win this one.
Game Ball, sponsored by Fairway Meat and Grocery.
All right, it's time to give away our game ball for this week. Trey, who's it going to?
Let's go with Javaris Morton. I mean, number 0 told Lynn Marr, you don't want 0 problems, big fella. The senior running back had not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 rushing touchdowns on the evening. Yeah, and a lot of yards with it too, my friend. The best part is that the Centennial Jaguars won back into the win column for the first time this season. I wonder why they won. Surely it's not because of this guy scoring 4 touchdowns, right?
It might have had something to do with that.
Maybe
they really almost had a shutout in this one. It was 35-0 for a long time.
Oh yeah, for a long time. Then there was a late touchdown from Lynn Marr. Either way though, Morgan was balling out today. 35-10, the final. That's it.
Yeah, Centennial has some pretty good running backs there. Well, we are heading down the home stretch here on Friday Night Blitz, and after the break, we'll reveal our winner for Play of the Week.
Play of the Week, sponsored by Taco John's.
All right, it is time to name a winner for our Play of the Week. Trey, will you do the honors?
Honored to do the honors. It's all defense tonight, but it's the hustle play that is this week's winner. Let's go to Ballard at 8 a.m. where we started close to it. Evan Entrikin, watch him poke out this football here, not giving up on the play, and he forces the strip. The Bombers would recover the football, and we love this. I mean, hey, you win Play of the Week, but we don't love the final result for Ballard. 41-3, ADM would go on to win tonight.
Hey, well, at least he gets Play of the Week. And
Right.
you know, what do coaches always say? You play till the end.
to win the game.
Play to win the game, but to the end. That was hustle. It reminds me of one of my favorite plays a couple years ago, Iowa State versus Kansas State. Anthony Johnson Jr. with a punch out at the goal line. That just lives in my head. Even though it was against my Wildcats, those are the plays that you remember because it's the effort that really stands out there.
Farmageddon just lives on forever.
We can stop talking about Farmageddon. Reminded me of my Cats loss in Ireland a couple weeks ago. We're moving on to Cyhawk. It's Cyhawk.
Cyhawk Week.
All right, well, we're going to take one final break, but when we come back, Trey and I will put a bow on week 2 with our final thoughts. All right, before we get out of here, we got to talk a little bit about some of the things that stood out to us tonight. The game of the week, North Polk and Newton. We knew that this could be a playoff preview. It absolutely lived up to the hype. A total slog there, just a heavyweight fight. What do you think?
It came down to the last play, too. That was the cool part about it.
Yeah.
You know, and there was a touchdown, I believe, with 45 seconds left from the Comets. There's a reason why I talk about playoffs so much in week 2. It's because you're going to see this again. North Polk is in the midst of a gauntlet right now. That was the second of 5 games against playoff teams. I feel like we're going to see it in the Unidome, too. I keep saying it.
It's so impressive what Coach DeBrink has been able to do. You lose so many seniors that were major contributors to that squad last year.
Right.
And look at them. 2-0, 2 great wins. I mean, couldn't ask for a better start.
One game at a time goes a long way.
It does. It does.
That's what they said.
Also, some impressive wins tonight. Des Moines Christian getting the win over Roland Story. They got the win over Van Meter last week. The Lions are a team to watch this year. And I mean, I'm excited. We're only in week 2.
It's only week 2. We're having this much fun. It's only week 2.
Well,
come on.
Lots more fun to come. That is
go.
going to do it for us here on Friday Night Blitz. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week.